You finally found the paint color. On the swatch, it looked perfect. Exactly what you imagined for your space. But once it dried on the wall, suddenly it looks too dark, or a little too green, or just off. What happened? The truth is, the paint didn't change, but your lighting did, and probably your furniture too. Today, we're breaking down two of the biggest reasons why a paint color can go from dreamy to disappointing: lighting and everything else in your space. If you've ever wondered why your walls look totally different from what you pictured, this one's for you. Let's start with light. Most people don't think about this part, but natural and artificial light can completely transform how a color appears. In fact, the same exact paint can look like 3 different shades in one day depending on where it's used. So how does it work? It all starts with the direction your room faces. North-facing rooms usually get cool bluish light throughout the day. That light tends to make colors look cooler too, so even a neutral can suddenly look icy or gray. To warm it up, try choosing a paint with a bit of warmth already built in. South-facing rooms are the opposite. They're sun-filled almost all day long, which brings out the richness and depth of most paint colors. You've got the most flexibility here. Pretty much anything will shine. East-facing rooms catch soft morning light, but by afternoon, they can start to feel shadowy or a little dull. That's where warmer neutrals or gentle pastels really help bring back some light and life. And then there are west-facing rooms. These feel dimmer in the morning, but pick up a golden glow later in the day. Cool colors may suddenly look warmer, especially by sunset, so keep that in mind when choosing shades like gray or blue. But it's not just sunlight. Your light bulbs also play a role. Warm white bulbs have a yellow tone that can make cooler paints look muddy or greenish. Daylight bulbs are brighter and cooler. They can flatten out warm tones or make beige look gray. If you're going for balance, a neutral bulb somewhere in the middle tends to give the most accurate view of your paint. Here's a tip: always test your paint on more than one wall. Look at it morning, noon, and night, because how it looks at 10 a.m. could be completely different from how it feels by dinner time. Now let's talk about everything else in your space, because paint never lives on its own. It's surrounded by furniture, floors, and finishes that all influence how it reads. Start with your flooring. If you have warm-toned wood, cool-toned tile, or even a colorful carpet, those tones reflect upward, and that reflection shifts how your wall color appears. Then, take a good look at your main furniture pieces. Your sofa, dining table, rugs, curtains, they all bring their own undertones into the room. When your wall color doesn't complement those tones, things can feel a little off, even if both colors are technically neutral. A warm gray next to a cool gray sofa might not clash, but it can definitely feel mismatched. And finishes matter too. Think natural wood, glossy tiles, brushed metals. All of them reflect light in their own way and subtly affect the overall tone of the room. One of the easiest ways to check for harmony? Snap a quick photo of your space. Then, compare your paint swatches right on the screen. You'll notice pretty quickly whether the undertones are playing nicely or not. The key is balance. Your paint doesn't have to match your furniture, but it should make everything in the room look cohesive and intentional. So before you commit to that gorgeous paint you saw online or in the store, pause. Bring it home. Look at it in your lighting, with your furniture, in your real life. That's where the magic, or the mismatch, happens. In the next video, we're diving into the most confusing part of choosing paint: undertones. Ever painted your walls gray and they turned purple? Yep, that's an undertone problem, and we're going to fix it. If this helped you rethink your space, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more design tips.